They started out with a charge that made Julian look something other than a normal journalist. The help to hacking a password sounded like something that even in the digital age, perhaps most journalists wouldn't do, and that would hope to separate him from the support of other journalists. In this case, when they had to lay out their larger charge, this is straight journalism. They mentioned, for instance, that he solicited investigative material. He solicited classified information. Terribly. He didn't just passively receive it over the transom. I can't count the number of times I've been solicited for classified information, starting with the Pentagon Papers, but long after that, and that's by every member of the responsible press that I dealt with, the Times, the Post, AP, you name it. That's journalism. So what they have done is recognizable, I think, this time to all journalists that they are in the crosshairs of this one. They may not have known enough about digital performance to help a source conceal her identity by using new passwords, as Julian was charged with. They may not be able to do that, but every one of them has eagerly received classified information and solicited it. So every journalist, and not only in this country, and not only at the federal level, already Brian Carmody in San Francisco has had his house broken into with sledgehammers to get all his material, looking for his source in a local dispute. Daniel Hale, an NSA, has been brought. I think that President Trump has, in effect, opened the doors to these kinds of constitutions in state and country jurisdictions, state and county, I meant to say, jurisdictions, and undoubtedly in other countries as well, that may not have a First Amendment, but have looking to some precedent for the United States. It's what it's able to do. So there's a full-scale, multi-front war going on, not only in this country, and President Trump is leading the way. Why is it Julian Assange selected by this administration as the first target in our national history, and the first target in 100 years of the Espionage Act, to use that act against a journalist? Because he's not regarded with liking by very many people. He's a ripe fruit here to be collected because a lot of journalists are mad at him because of his actions in 2016, which, by the way, I'm not happy about either. The reason for many people to hate even Julian Assange, not me, is that his actions appeared and seemed to be even motivated by a desire to help Donald Trump in the election. That's a serious charge for anybody. It's like all of those at Fox News or Stephen Bannon. The fact is, I would be making the stand I am now against extraditing Julian Assange or prosecuting him under the Espionage Act, which means he could not get a fair trial as a whistleblower or journalist any more than any of the others who've been subject to that. All the ones before the recent ones that Jeremy Scahill mentioned, I've met. I made an effort to meet them as whistleblowers. I like them, I respect them, I identify with them. And I have warned the press, as I said, for all, you're not going to end with whistleblowers. This is going to go after you. Why hasn't the press come out before? Because, frankly, they didn't feel it was pointing at them. It was at their sources. The only real commitment I've discovered they feel to their sources is not to reveal their name, not to help them in their trial, even by comprehensive and fair coverage of it in any way. But now this is them. If Stephen Bannon or Fox News was sitting facing the charges that he is facing, that Julian Assange is facing now, facing the possibility of extradition, whether they were American or not, I would be defending them with the same words and the same vehemence as I do right now Julian Assange, because our fresh freedom is at stake.